Good morning. This is David, Henderson, Nevada, stroke survivor, and good morning or good day to everybody out there who's a senior, whether you're sick or not, or stroke survivors, or any survivor, which I've met people now with dealing with. Obviously, I told you, which is incredible. Things could happen to us. I'm a football fan, and just hearing that that guy from Tennessee Titans, a running back, one of the few people rushed for over 2,000 yards in a season, fastest man ever at the combine, a 4.240, is diagnosed at 39 years old with ALS, and he was on Good Morning America. Can't even talk. All happened in a year. We all know anything could happen to us. I know a lot of people think nothing will happen to them, and it only happens to other people. I get it. That was me. But anyway, I always appreciate it every day because you got problems right now till you have a health problem. And then you'll have one problem. You know, you hear that, but I used to hear that. I laughed, right? Because everything only happens to other people, not us. But, yeah, it's a percentages, you know. Certain percentage of people walking around, something's happened to last night, this morning. It's just the way life is. But so always be prepared, meaning be prepared, appreciate each day, make sure you're financially prepared for some type of travesty happens to you or your family. And I don't know, that it's just, you know, I had an opportunity to help. I met a guy at the gym. I'm online here. Met him at the gym. His wife brought him. And obviously it was rude awakening for me because I couldn't walk and he was struggling, and I helped him with dumbbells, and I'll be helping him routinely, but he was, you know, not doing well, but he was trying. And his wife's had a hard time for him trying to, you know, make the best of it. And really, some people, that's all it is making the best of a situation. But, you know, you've got to do what you can. If you're not sick, you're older, you've got to strength train. Strength training is more important than walking or cardio. Of course, if anything you can do, anything is better than nothing, right? $1 is better than having none. But optimally, you want to kind of put some stress on your muscles because that'll keep your bones stronger, and it will just, that's what you need as a senior. When you're younger, you actually need cardio because you have muscle mass and you're healthy. So it's just about cardio. But people think it's reverse. It's not. When you're a senior or when you're anybody past 50, I've been very fortunate that I've been doing it my whole life. I truly believe, and as the doctor told me, that's the only reason I walk. You know, I have a right side weakness, meaning my right side will give out on me. But I know I can't go down. You understand? I don't have nobody. I can't go down. And I train for life. I'm not training for anything else, you know, looks, or I'm training for life so I can function, climb up and down stairs, just function as a human being so I don't become a burden to people, specifically my family, my kids. Again, you know, after my stroke, as I stated, which most people who have a traumatic illness, your whole life changes. It's a new me of life. The way people treat you is different, and it's just because you're different. You're not the same person to them, good or bad. I don't know, and that's individual relationships. But anyway, hang in there, and you must try to do something positive. Okay, if you've never had something happen to you, you're a senior, you must strength train. You must 2 to 3 days a week. Not every, we're not talking like, and you just need 3 or 4 exercise. You don't need to have. Don't think like that. Like you have to go to the gym and like spend the day or do. You need to just pick 3 exercises, and obviously 1 or 2 is predominantly for your lower body. Meaning, if you can't squat, you get on a leg extension machine. You know what I mean, or a leg curl machine. You want to train your calves, which is very simple for anybody to just do a seated calf raise, or you can do them at home. You can do a calf raises. Your calves are your second heart, and they pump blood back to you. And it actually, if you did calves every day, it's kind of like a stroke prevention blood clot, basically recipe. But you must train, must eat clean. Make sure you get enough magnesium in your diet, which I've told about magnesium glycinate. But all my foods are based off magnesium and the minerals, which is basically vegetables and fruit. There's no nutrition out of protein foods except protein. All the vitamins, minerals come from vegetables and fruit, which I eat 3 pieces of fruit a day and 3 servings of vegetables. And you know, you must take your supplements. The main things, obviously, extra virgin olive oil, at least 2 to 3 tablespoons a day. EPA, DHA fish oil, at least 2 grams a day, if possible. This is all about financially, if possible. I don't do anything else, okay? I sit around and learn online, and so I don't have, like, entertainment expense. I don't have cable. I watch regular TV. I drive an old car. I wear the same clothes. I've got rid of all my clothing because I didn't want, if I passed away today, I don't want my kids spending, like you see these things on the shows, people collecting things. It's like, what the hell, what are you going to collect for? You're just making a burden for the people you're left behind. Like they're just going to wholesale the stuff for junk anyway. They're not going to get it max for $1. I mean, like you watch these shows, like, you think your kid's going to come along and negotiate deals? Yeah. But anyway, I found, now I can tell you about another supplement taken for 5 months, 4 months. I wouldn't say it unless I knew I've taken it for it helped me. Is this Eucano, and I'm not sponsored, but it's basically the fat better version of coenzyme Q10, which is for everything. Okay, it's for everything. It's for your heart. It's for all your organs. It's and it says 200. Listen, went to a nutritionist thing online, and if you're sick and you're a senior, you need 600 milligrams a day, which could get costly, but you get and you take what you can afford to take, and it has to be done. And it's a supplement like magnesium, D3. You're not going to take it and feel like, it's not like you're on drugs. These things are methodically work and strengthen your body up. But, that's just the way that goes. You've got to be consistent with everything. Everything. And your diet must be catered to fibers, food, because that's the ultimate cholesterol cleaning. I take a statin, and that you got to monitor your cholesterol levels because you do. You know what I mean? If you're all right and you're a senior, you need to go have blood tests, not that you feel okay. Okay? And be strong. And I'm available. You let me know. I'm working with another lady about, helping her extremely. So my name is David. Make sure you do your food. Make sure you lift. And don't give up. Don't give up. And remember, nobody cares like you do about yourself. Nobody. Just remember, nobody cares about yourself like you do. You must take an initiative of your own personal life, because nobody else cares. Okay, so anyway, keep lifting. Or if not, do something. My name is David. I'm 65 years old, 2-time stroke survivor. Remember, I couldn't walk I'm kind of walking today. I'm all right, but you know, my damage is a lot in my brain. I have a lot of anxiety, a lot of messed upness in my brain. But I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm gonna put his shorts up in the gym. You know, I would like to show something of me working out, but you know, there's people around the thing that they're not into that. You know, I don't blame them because it annoys me when I see people doing that and taking up like you know like a whole area just you know. Anyway, I'm David, Las Vegas.